Right, let me help you. So there are three numbers basically. Three numbers need to be entered. And please note that, so as I said earlier, so identifiers, when printing identifiers, you are not using quotations. If you use quotation here, you will get not the identifier, instead of you will get text value, right? If you type something here, you will get num1, which is the text value, not the identifier. But if you enter, right, if you remove the quotation, you will get the identifier's value, right? So first of all, you have to enter three numbers. So that can be done by, so similar to this, let me erase the comments and unnecessary things. So you can input the number 1, you can input the number 2, and number 3, all 3. Number 1 and number 2, another identifier. Number 3, another identifier. Input number 1, input number 2. This is the message given to the users, input number 3. So whatever inside the quotation is message given to the user to indicate that the computer is expecting input. It indicates that computer is expecting input. Right. So when you have that, now what do you have to do? After getting these three numbers, what do you have to do? So please refer to the flow chart or pseudocode. So according to flow chart, after entering three numbers, you have to find the total and average. According to the pseudocode, after entering three numbers, you have to find the total and average. That's what you have to do. So please refer to your plan. According to your plan, you have to find the total. Total is num1 plus num2 plus num3. So this is how you have to find the total. Total equal num1 plus num2 plus number 3. And what about the average? What about the average? Yes? What about the average? Average is, yes, or you can say any variable, right? Average equal, what is your idea on average? Average equal total divided by 3. So that is your average. Total divided by 3 is your average. Then you have to print the total and the average. Print the total and you have to print the average. So that is this program. But when you write this, I think you, so how many of you finished writing this? How the live maker? Kochadi, did you write that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You got the answer or error? You have to run this, right? Run this. In computer, it is F5. Here it is F9. This one. So, Netmi, did you run this? Satira? Tiasha, did you run this? You got the answer or error? Okay, please do this and run. So let me run and show you what's happening. Enter number 1. It is asking number 1. Number 2. It's also okay. Number 3 also asking. But finally, it will give an error saying the average cannot be fine. But if you write total only, let's forget this average part. If you write total only, here let me comment this one and this one both, then these lines will be inactive. If I run this, enter number 1, enter number 2, enter number 3. Now you can see the total is 56,000, oh, no, 567,634. Is it correct? Is it correct or wrong? Is it correct or wrong? When you add these three numbers, 567,634, is it correct?
Wrong, sir.
Wrong. What went wrong? What has happened? එයා නිකන් numbers ටික එකතු කරලා තියෙන්නේ කොහොමද? 56ට after 56, 76 is there here. 56 first, then 76. This is not mathematical addition. 56, 76, 34. That is not mathematical addition. This is called concatenation. Right? This is called concatenation. This is not mathematical addition, because the reason is you have to tell that these numbers are integers, the mathematical numbers. Here also you have to tell that this number is integer, and the third one also you have to tell that this number is integer. So similar to our pseudocode, can you remember? We said those numbers are integers. Similar to that, here also we have to tell these numbers are integers, int, int. Then if you run this, see that what will happen. Number 1, number 2, and number 3, then you'll get the correct answer, 155. Not only that, then when you run the average, that will also work, and it will give you the correct answer, 155, 51.6. 51.6 is the average. So can you tell why average has not come? Why average has not come previously? Yes? What do you think? Why average has not come? Yes? Any reason? Total, yes. Total can be given by concatenation, but average, can you divide text? Can you divide text by numbers? No. So it will initiate think these three are text. එයා හිතනවා පුතේ මේ තුන ටෙක්ස්ට් කියලා. නිකන් වචන වගේ හිතනවා. එයා හිතනවා වචන කියලා. වචන කියලා හිතලා තමයි මේ එකතු කරලා පෙන්නන්නේ. හරියට first name, last name. Okay, similar to first name, middle name and last name. It will think this as a text. Then text will be added. That is called concatenated and displayed. That is okay. But so you have to make sure these are numbers. Then only you can multiply, divide. Then only you can multiply, divide, and do many other operations. Right? Okay, now you can try this. Now you can try this. If you have any unclear points, you can ask. So this is how you get 3 input numbers and find the total and average and print the total and average. This is how you run this. So if you are using Pydroid, you can run this using run button. If you are using IDLE, save it and run it using F5 button. Okay, please write that quickly. If you have not written the code, please correct that, rewrite that, and run this again and see whether you are getting the output. Okay, it seems you don't have any doubts. So let's continue to the next session. So since you are asking about shell, so shell is basically, this file is basically to create a new file. But if you have shell you can use for testing purposes, like likewise here you can say 4 plus 5, and shell will give you the answer. If you tell 4 multiplied by 10, shell will give you the answer. If you give any number in binary, 0 be some binary number, shell will give you the decimal value. If you write octal number, 0 or some octal number, shell will convert that to decimal. If you give 0x some hexadecimal number, shell will convert that to decimal. Shell is interactive Python interpreter, right? It always give you the value after certain expression, right? That is why shell is used. Shell is just like testing environment. It's where you can practice the code. If you can say print hello, shell will print that. If you ask what if 2 to the power 3, shell will tell it's 8. 2 to the power 6, shell will tell it's 64. right? Okay, that's how shell is present in the answers. Okay, got it? Right. So let's do more. Next is, so please write the heading. So now our idea is to learn about Python. So now we learn about these identifiers. Next, right? Next, please write Python operators. Python operators. Next subheading, Python operators. Python operators. Under that, the first subheading, arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, exponent, division, floor division, and modulus are the basic arithmetic operations in Python. So let me explain. Addition. We'll add numbers and we'll add text too. Adding text is called concatenation. We'll subtract numbers. Subtraction will subtract numbers. Asterisk will multiply. Multiply numbers. It will multiply. It will multiply text 2. It will multiply text 2 by concatenating. It will multiply text 2 by concatenating. Double asterisk will give the exponent value. Double asterisk will give the exponent value. Will divide the numbers. Division will divide the numbers. Floor division will divide the numbers and output the floor value. Will output the floor value. So let's see how this is going to happen, right? We'll divide the numbers and output the remainder after integer division. So please write down this. So these are the arithmetic operators available in Python. So please write down this, then we can test. Issalama liya ganna. Let's go to the, I'll go to online one, right? You can try it in anyone. By next week, please try to install this to your computer or laptop or mobile phone. For this week, I'll do with the online version because everyone can access that. Let's insert two numbers and let's print. The first one is number 1 plus number 2. You know that is addition. Number 1 plus number 2 is addition. Then number 1 minus number 2 is subtraction. Then number 1 divided by number 2 is division, and number 1 multiplied by number 2 is multiplication. Number 1 multiplied by number 2 is multiplication. Then number 1, right? Number 1 modulus, and number 1 power exponent, and number 1 floor division. So these are the things that we want to study. Okay, let me run this and show you. It's asking me number 1. I'm giving number 1 as 10. Let's give number 2 as 4. Here are the answers. Here are the answers. Addition, it's clear. 10 plus 4 is 14. Subtraction, clear. 10 minus 4 is 6. Division, it's also clear. 10 divided by 4 is 2.5. Multiplication, clear. 10 into 4 is 40. Then you have modulus. Modulus, what modulus is? Actually, this is like O-level ICT also you have this. If you have done O-level ICT, you know modulus. Modulus means what remain after dividing. Okay. So one example, this is using like, you know, the story of monkeys and caps, or monkeys and hats. Okay, you have 10 caps and you are the Toppivel and the fellow. You have 10 caps and there are 4 monkeys. 10 caps, 4 monkeys. You divide these 10 caps among those 4 monkeys. හරිද? දැන් වඳුරු 4 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. කැප් 10ක් තියෙනවා. ඔයා තමයි තොප්පි වෙලින්ද. පොඩි ළමයින්ට කියලා දෙන විදිහට තමයි කියලා දෙන්නේ. කැප් 10යි වඳුරු 4 දෙනයි. එතකොට when you given like දැන් ඔයාලට අසමාන විදිහට වඳුරන්න බෙදුවොත් වඳුර ටික එකතු වෙලා ඔයාට ගහනවා. ඉන්නවා සමාන විදිහට දෙන්න ඕන. How you divide? How you divide this equally within 4 monkeys? You have 10 caps to divide between 4 monkeys. Okay, these are the caps. So let me draw some ugly caps. These are the caps. So otherwise you don't understand modulus, right? So that's why I'm giving very clear example. These are the caps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, sorry, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you have 10 caps. 10 caps or 9 caps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 caps and 10 caps. You have 10 caps and you have 4 monkeys. So please understand this at one go. Ekaparama තේරුම් ගන්න. You have 4 monkeys. You have to divide these caps between 4 monkeys in equal way. Give 1 to this monkey, 1 to this monkey, 1 to this monkey, and 1 to this monkey. Still you have caps remaining. Then 1 to this monkey, 1 to this monkey, and 1 to this monkey, and 1 to this. So what remain is 2. Understood? After dividing 10 by 4, the answer is each one will get 2. 10 divided by 4, answer is 2. Each one will get 2. Modulus means what remains. What remains after dividing. Integer division means you can't give like this. මෙයාට මේ දෙන්නටම තියාගන්න එක කැප් එකක් දෙනවා. එහෙම බෑ. නැත්තම් මෙයාට කැප් භාගයයි මෙයාට කැප් භාගයයි. No, you can't divide like that. So as the Toppivel and the fellow, you have to keep that cap with you. Right? So after equally dividing these numbers between those 4, so 10 divided by 4 and what remain is, right? I'll ask this, right? Okay. So then, so this is like 10 into 4. The high 4 වෙනි බලය. That means 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 10 into 4 is 10,000. And next, 10 floor divide by. Floor divide means you divide and take the floor value. Divide and take the floor value. Floor value means floor එක කියන්නේ බිමනේ. දැන් 10 දෙකෙන් බෙදුවම 2.5යි. එතකොට 0.5 අතහැරලා what is the floor value? Floor integer. Floor value is 2. Okay, let me give some other numbers and you have to answer now. Okay, I have given 17 and the second number, second digit that I'm giving is, sorry, first digit is 17. First digit is 17 and second digit that I'm going to give is, let's say, let's write it here. Save and I'm going to run this. Okay, first digit is 17. Second digit is right. Second digit is 3. Can you tell me the answer for these 5? So what is the first one? What is the first one? Yes, come on. දැන් නම් මට පේන කියන්න බෑ මට හිතන විදිහට ඔයගොල්ලෝ නිදි. 17 plus 3. Oh my god. So what is the answer? 17 plus 3?
20.
20. So why? What the hell? So I can't. So this is very simple maths, right? 17 plus 3 is 20. 17 minus 3?
14.
14. Okay, 17 divided by 3. 17 divided by 3. Yes, yes, yes. 17 divided by 3. පහයි දශම කීයද?
5.6.
5.6. Okay, 5.666. Then 17 multiplied by 3. 17 multiplied
51.
by 51 or yeah, 51. Yes. Then 51 correct. 17 modulus 2. So sorry, 17 modulus 3. Modulus will give the integer remainder. Remember that monkey example. You have 7. Yes. Remaining is
6.
6. Are you sure? You have 17 caps to divide between 3 monkeys. I'm asking what remain. What remain?
2.
2. Yes, it is 2. 6 remain not ආයෙ බෙදන්න පුළුවන් 2 නේද? එතකොට 3 දෙනාට එක්කෙනෙකුට 5 ගානේ හම්බ වෙනවා. 5 වරක් 3 15යි. 5 into 3 is 15 and what remain is 2. Then 17 into 2, 17 to the power 3, 17 into 17 into 17 and 17 modulus, sorry, 17 floor divided by 2 is this one. It's only 5, not 5.6 and no, it's only 5. So you should know these values. Please write the program and write the answers. Write the program and write the answers too. So quickly do this. So please reconnect again, right? After disconnecting, please reconnect again. This will be disconnected again because of that 40 minutes rule. So please reconnect after disconnect. Now please write this program as well as the answer. Or you can try this in your computer or mobile phone. And after trying, please write down the same.